Hello and welcome. Today I will continue my video series on different aspects of JWT tokens, and let's talk about various practical use cases where the implementation of JWT tokens will be especially useful and beneficial. Links to another videos about the different aspects of JWT tokens you can find in description below. Usually, I prefer to prepare my videos based on real situations that I face in my day-to-day practice, and this is one of those cases. One of the most powerful features of JWT is an ability to enable single sign-on SSO across multiple applications and services. SSO is a popular method of authentication that allows a user to log in once and access multiple services without having to log in again and again for each one. Another similar use case we have in case of OAuth 2. JWTs are used to securely pass authentication data between the authorization server and the client. When a user logs into the identity provider ITP, such as an authentication server, it generates a JWT containing the user's claim, such as the user ID and roles. This JWT is then passed to the client, which stores it typically in a browser's local storage or a secure cookie. When the user tries to access a different service, the client sends the JWT in the HTTP authorization header. Each service can then validate the JWT, allowing the user to be authenticated without needing to log in again. This makes a JWT-based SSO and OAuth more efficient because the token contains all the necessary authentication information. The services can trust the JWT if they validate the signature using a secret or maybe public key. This method reduces the overhead of multiple authentications, improving both security and user experience. In OpenID Connect, which is built on top of OAuth 2, JWT is used as the ID token, which contains information about the user's identity. This allows the client to authenticate the user and retrieve their profile information, all while maintaining secure and stateless sessions. JWTs in OAuth 2 and OpenID Connect streamline the authentication process, enabling secure, token-based, and cross-service interactions. In a microservices architecture, you often need to secure communication between multiple independently deployed services. JWT are an excellent choice for this purpose due to their stateless nature. Each service, once the user is authenticated, issues a JWT. This JWT contains the claims related to the user and any permissions or roles. As the user moves between different services, the client appends the JWT to the authorization header for every request. Each microservice independently validates the JWT, ensuring that the user is authorized to access the requested resource. Because the JWTs are stateless, no service needs to maintain session data, which allows for easier scaling of the system. This decentralized authentication allows for robust security while minimizing the risk of bottlenecks or single points of failure. The microservices can trust the JWT as long as they validate its signature and claims. Another practical example of JWT tokens in use is Google's authentication system. When you authenticate with Google, say via OAuth 2, Google issues a JWT that contains user-related information like the email address, ID, and roles. The client can then use this JWT to make authorized requests to Google APIs, such as Google Drive or Google Calendar, without needing to authenticate again. If you find this content helpful, please like and subscribe. Your support helps grow our community and signals to YouTube that this channel provides valuable information. I very appreciate your help in sharing knowledge. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.